He had to fucking put the rock the baby.
Anybody got an animal?
I'd have an animal.
How about
Shorty, the midget giraffe.
it's
right? He was born with no knees.
He's only 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
He's only shins.
he's only shins. He's all legs, man.
All right, are we
Goose
good?
stepping giraffe.
Yeah, we're good.
All right,
Yep. We're good.
we live. Brush that bitch.
We're fucking back, bitches.
After
In this
2 weeks
episode of the
hiatus.
Red Eye Report, we discuss strip clubs. We watch Ashtray lose whatever dignity he had left, and as usual, we stand and deliver. With me this week is the fluffy teddy bear. The last time Teddy went to a strip club, it was fucking pandemonium. Strippers fighting over who gets to give him the next lap dance, giving him dollars just to wink at them and shit. It was bad.
It was actually
Right?
the opposite. I gave away lap dances last time we went to the club. I'll tell the story if you like me to. Yeah.
We'll come back.
Yeah,
We'll
come
circle
back to it.
back.
Yeah, circle back around.
We've also got an all-seeing oracle, Papa Bear, Big Daddy. So I guess strip clubs are out of the question now, huh?
For a while. Yeah.
For a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till
Not
I
till
can
the kid control their own bills.
Yeah, until the kid can hold his neck up properly and I can just bring him on in.
Then there's the soot-covered Ashtray. Ashtray basically lives at strip clubs. It's got a cot in the back and everything. It's a sticky cot, but it's a cot nonetheless.
Frequent flyer club.
And last and least, I'm Mystic, and I didn't write anything for myself because I'm an idiot. So this is the Red Eye Report.
I guess. Are we still?
I guess.
Really?
And I'm over here
Put a
yelling
question
at
mark in the
Ashtray.
teleprompter.
Like yelling at the Ashtray because I'm
Get ready.
fucking idiot. I'm done.
Fucking Ashtray.
Anyway, today we're taking a pause for the cause.
Yeah.
It is to benefit Shorty, the midget giraffe. She was born with a just a birth defect, I guess, makes her real short compared to the other giraffes.
Congenital.
They kind of make fun of her for it and stuff. So
She's only got shins.
Yep.
whatever you guys donate out there in Red Eye Report land, we'll
Nice
donate
calves.
Yep.
We'll donate to our drug fund.
She
Fucking lot of these
gets
people.
teabagged like constantly.
By the other giraffes.
Yep. Yeah, without even trying.
Yeah,
Just
just
watch
without-
them back
Balls
up.
off my face.
they just really don't even know they're doing it. They're like,
Right.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
All right. So we all know what a strip club is, right? Club where
Yes.
strippers take their clothes off.
Yep.
Yep.
In Wisconsin, they're fully nude. In Tennessee, I heard you saying the other day they're not, right, Teddy?
3 foot. They have a 3 foot long.
But they're
Exactly.
nude.
So they're still fully nude, though, right?
Yeah, they are fully nude. So the rule is, they consider your lap if they have clothes on. If they are fully nude, they have to be 3 feet away from you. So, at normal strip clubs, you have that whole little bar around the stage. In Tennessee strip clubs, we have a barrier. Not a cage, but which makes it, which to me seems more than me. At strip clubs, you could put dollars wherever you want to, or put your bills wherever you want to, and the stripper will come and get them. It's also their choice if they want to come and get them. In Tennessee strip clubs, you have to. It's become a game where they wad them up and like throw them at the stripper. So they wad the bills up into like little balls and throw them at the stripper. And so after each dance, like she has to come to like the barrier and shit, and it's so much weirder than it should be.
Kind of degrading.
Yeah, it would seem super degrading.
Yeah, because people are like people. I've been to strip clubs for parties and shit down here where people like I'm a peg her titty with this fucking $5 bill and like wad it up and throw it at her and shit. I'm like, that's not.
Yeah, that's not that's not part of the fun, the back and
Right,
forth.
exactly, right. Yeah.
So,
We explain to our audience members who have never been to a strip club what goes on there.
all right, a strip club
Debauchery.
is a venue where strippers, people who take their clothes off, provide adult entertainment, predominantly in the form of striptease or other erotic dances.
Yeah, we've all seen Magic Mike.
Yeah. So, American-style strip clubs began to appear outside North America after World War II, appearing in Asia in the 80s and Europe in the late 70s.
Really? Wow.
Really?
That's way later than I expected.
I thought it'd be like a lot earlier.
We'll discuss. We'll discuss. They had other forms of strip clubs, but not like how we do it.
Mm.
We're like an assembly line type of strip club place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
America.
take that shit to a new level. Yeah. So this really blew my mind, and I was thinking of why. As of 2005, the size of the global strip club industry was estimated to be 75 billion.
Damn.
That's worldwide.
In 2019, the size of the that's US.
Oh, this U.S. Okay.
The size of the US strip club industry was estimated to be 8 billion.
Oh wait, worldwide was 79 billion.
No, US. They're both US.
Yeah.
One was in 2005. One was in 2019.
Wait,
Oh,
that
so
big of a drop?
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What
Holy
happened
fucking
around
shit.
2005?
Was it
Or are these numbers? Yeah.
I know what 2019 the drop could be.
was
there's
2005 September 11th?
Oh, 2005. No, well, I mean it was post September
pretty
11th, but it
sure.
was It was when the housing market was crazy.
No, but I'm pretty sure that Pornhub and Cam
Cam Girl started coming around. I get you. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
and I don't think they're
when streaming
lumped
porn
into
started to
the-
come out.
Right, and and that's kind of when Pornhub became like really predominant. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Was around that time, and I think that it blew my mind how much money it took away from the strip club industry, though. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Why
nuts, dude.
pay for titties and get it for free?
Right.
And both of those numbers coming from the same fucking means and measures committee or whoever made these
Yeah,
measurements.
I hope they are. I mean, I don't
'Cause that's
know.
a huge precipitous drop.
I mean, yeah.
Who knows? So
I'm surprised they were like, Obama, we need money.
and that 8 billion as of 2019 is 19% of the total gross revenue in legal adult entertainment. So porn and all that shit.
Yeah.
So there's about at least 3,862 strip clubs in the United States.
Okay. And like all of those are in Atlanta.
Yeah, right. So the strip club, I mean, it's a big haven for organized crime. It's a cash business, you know what I mean? Like people launder money,
the launder shit,
like that. So I guess let's start with the history a little bit here. The term strip tease was first recorded in 1938. Though stripping, in the sense of women removing clothing to sexually excite men, goes back at least 400 years. And I'm assuming way before that, too.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like 400 years ago. They were like,
Right.
oh, wow, look what
I'm sure
happens
the
when I
ancient
start
Greeks
taking
and
this.
shit were doing it.
Yeah.
They just didn't wear the clothes and just had orgies in the fucking.
Yeah, because they didn't have AC.
public
They were just always naked.
Right. So, in
Gotta keep that draft going, bro.
There was a comedy book written called The Soldier's Fortune, and a character in it says, "Be sure they be lewd, drunken, stripping whores." So, even back then, they wanted to get hammered.
I want some loose bitches.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1720, there's some German stripping books, I guess. So we got some French ones. In fact, the French really started to take it to a new level with Moulin Rouge and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's this one passage I want to see right here. Okay, so in France, there was a gallant party of high aristocrats and opera singers, and it resorted to a small chateau where they entertained themselves with hunting, play, and music in a 3-day turn. So basically, they just went out and had a 3-day orgy. So and here's the third day, dedicated to ball and dance.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
Used for the finest entertainment to divert the men. Their eyes were given the opportunity to see all the pleasure nature could offer. And if the pleasant aspects of the well-shaped young lady are able to arouse the mind, one can say that our princes enjoyed all the delicacies of love. Dude.
Keep in mind that's nature without shaving and also without freshness.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? They just they mask themselves with olive
Think
oil.
about it. So gross.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't washed your pussy in fucking 5
around
months.
the same
Jesus
time,
Christ.
Around the same time, Middle Eastern belly dancers were starting to do their thing also. In 1893, that the World's Fair in Chicago was the first time that anybody had really seen a belly dancer, and her name was Little Egypt.
Oh.
So,
What year in the World's Fair was this?
1893.
1893. Okay.
Did white men
Yeah, because
start
the World's
jacking
Fair
off
was
in
essentially
right
the
there in
only
front of
way
them?
we saw what the America had the idea of the Middle East or,
Right,
China.
Exactly. Had no idea.
It's like, oh, the Middle East, it's full of sexy belly dancers.
So European tradition in France during the late 19th century, Parisian shows such as Moulin Rouge and Folies, I don't know how to say that one. So basically, it featured attractive, scantily clad dancing women in tableaux vivants, which is just tableau situations, basically. In this environment, an act featuring a woman slowly removing her clothes in a vain search for a flea crawling on her body was seen in 1895 and possibly filmed in 1897 by the first female director, Alice Guy.
So the first film, huh?
Yep. So this routine inspired French acts in theaters and brothels in other parts of the world. So in New York City, they did the same thing in 1878. The first public act of striptease in modern times is credited to Parisian theater in 1894. So that's when, like, strip clubs as we kind of know them, where they come out to dance to music and shit like that. Because the Moulin Rouge was a big, it was a show. It was a fucking burlesque show, basically.
So you said that one where she was looking for the flea, that was like a movie?
I think that's
how
it
film,
started.
like a silent film.
It was a silent film.
What's that one called?
The Frisky Flea.
The Kosher d'Yvette. LE
translates as
COUCHER d'Yvette.
It is a clever, like, oh, where's this flea going? Oh.
Okay.
But then it's like, who wants to sleep with you? You got fleas, woman. Get out of here.
I had a chance to go see Moulin Rouge when I was in Paris, and I didn't want to go because and my first wife was like, "Why don't you want to go?" I said, "Because I want to pay this money to go see a bunch of flat-chested women dance on stage." And so
some busty ones, you don't know.
No, my brother-in-law actually got caught up on stage and shit, put up on stage. They had a good time. And asked my wife how was the show. She was like, she said it was a bunch of flat-chested women dancing on stage. I was like, yeah, I told you. I told you.
So, a landmark performance in 1907 of an actress called Germaine Amos, who entered dressed only in 3 very small shells. So imagine in 1907 seeing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably pretty fucking provocative. In the 1930s, the famous Josephine Baker danced semi-nude in the Danse Sauvage at the Folies.
She was a fucking hottie.
Yeah. And then by the 1960s, fully nude shows were provided at such places like Le Crazy Horse Saloon. That's actually the name of it. It's the only French word in there is le crazy.
Le.
The Crazy Horse Saloon. Yeah, they just like
was this
stealing American.
It was in Paris. Yeah, it's in Paris. It's weird.
What year was this?
1960s.
Oh, 1960s. Yeah. Well, and that's like there was a bunch of even in the 20s and 30s, the French were. Like a lot of the black jazz players were making better money playing in France, and so like a lot of American black culture was sort of France that way.
In Britain in the 1930s, Laura Henderson began presenting nude shows at the Windmill Theatre in London. So this is the 30s. At that time, British law prohibited naked girls from moving. Like they had to just stand still. To avoid the prohibition, the models appeared in stationary, like fucking shows, like a burlesque show. You know what I'm saying? Like they would go out there, get naked, and just stand there. And like that was their whole show. Like with
so long as they didn't gyrate.
Yeah, so long as they didn't move, which is just such a.
Or I wonder if they would dance until they took the final layers off, and then they had to stay still.
Such a fucking British thing, though, dude.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The Windmill Girls also toured other London and provincial theaters, sometimes using ingenious devices such as rotating ropes to move their bodies around, though strictly speaking, staying within the letter of the law by not moving of their own volition. So, like, they couldn't move themselves, but if they were like, if somebody had a rope around them and pulled the rope, they'd have to move.
That's where that big cane comes out from the side of the theater curtain and yoink.
That's where Mormons came up with soaking.
Huh. So
fascinating.
Another example of ways that the show stayed within the law was the fan dance, in which a naked dancer's body was concealed by her fans and those of her attendants, like those, the fans that they wear, like the. And then until the end of her act, and when she posed naked for a brief interval. Oh, interval, duh. Naked for a brief interval while standing still. So basically, she danced while she was covered. Like she was naked, but they had the fans, which were, I'm assuming, partially see-through.
Oh man, that'd be sexy.
And then they took the fans away, and she had stood there for a minute, and then that was her show.
Nice.
So in the 40s and then the 50s, they started becoming more prevalent, and the British. We don't care about the British though.
Yeah, fuck the British.
So
don't treat
America is a little more raunchy. So in America, started in traveling carnivals and burlesque theaters, and featured famous strippers such as Gypsy Rose Lee and Sally Rand. The vaudeville trapeze artist Charmion performed a disrobing act on stage as early as 1896, which was captured in the 1901 Edison film Trapeze Disrobing Act. I wonder if that's on YouTube.
It probably is.
Yeah, I've got some early footage of a burlesque show actually rolling in the background here.
So, another milestone for modern American striptease was the possibly legendary show at Minsky's Burlesque. You ever heard of Minsky's?
No,
not no.
You're into burlesque.
Where's that at?
It's in New York, 42nd Street. It's like the most famous burlesque fucking spot in the U.S. apparently. So that was opened in the 37. Yeah, burlesque theaters.
Why you got Magic Mike stripping on the show? What the fuck, man? Why you got Magic Mike stripping, bro? What is this?
What are you doing?
Do you think that's Magic Mike?
Oh, is that fucking? Is that
a guy?
Yeah, you put Ashtray playing in the background.
Oh, it's Ashtray. Okay.
You thought that was Magic Mike?
I heard you said I had a strip thing playing in the background, and I looked at it and I'm like, that's a guy though. I want to see titties, not those titties. I want to see chick titties.
Yeah, that's a pretty good compliment.
I gotta say, Ashtray, you're breaking it out. Got the pasties on. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Fucking yeah, I killed it.
Back in the day, like Minsky's, these places were called grindhouses, named after the bump and grind entertainment on offer. So
is that the original before they were like the theater houses that played the really?
Yeah. So, and then the concept of strippers as we know it today, with the pole dance to music and all that shit, actually came about around 1972.
Damn, that's like
so it's
later,
a fairly new. I mean, it's only 50 years old. Like strip clubs as we know them. British Columbia followed in 78.
God, I would have thought it would have been something that went back to like Prohibition days.
Right.
Yeah. So in the 60s, it also saw a revival of striptease in the form of topless go-go dancing, which was, just another form of stripping. So,
go-go dancing is like kind of between burlesque and strip club.
Right. So they got Asian in here too, Japanese. They had nude theaters around 1945.
No, a nude theater, like what's that?
So here's this one right here. When I don't know how to say this guy's name, he's an entrepreneur who saw Gypsy Rose Lee perform. So that was an American stripper in about the 1940s. He started his own striptease review in Tokyo. It was in 1947. The first act was titled "The Birth of Venus." Each performer lasted for 15 seconds and was modest by modern standards, incorporating veils, panties, and a bra, which covered much of what we
15 seconds
would be shown today. Yeah,
Was
so it wasn't
enough
what
time
we
to
think
see.
of.
Was it a strip club or a sex show?
Yeah, I don't know. That's how they rolled.
You barely
in
have enough
Japan.
time to get your clothes off. There's no time for sex in 15 seconds.
I mean, shit.
You've never fucking fucked me, I guess.
It's like 3 seconds, I'm done.
So in the 1950s, Japanese strip shows became more sexually explicit and less dance-oriented until they were eventually simply live sex shows.
In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan in the 50s. The strip shows in Tokyo during this time remained low-key, but Osaka and Kyoto were pushing the art of striptease in Japan into new territory.
I mean, I feel like after you've had atomic bombs dropped on you, it's just like,
Right.
you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
basically they just turned into fucking girls masturbating on stage. Like, here's customers and peeping clubs view a female model through a hole, just like we have in the fucking adult bookstores. You know what I mean? You go watch the fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know if they exist.
Well,
anymore.
I don't know what you mean, but Ashtray does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put money in the fucking slot, and the fucking little thing goes up, and there's this fucking live stripper in the room on the other side.
So yeah,
Make sure the seat's clean before you sit down.
that's about it. We're gonna talk about some burlesque things now, Ashtray. Ashtray, why don't you explain what burlesque is real quick?
Well, yeah, burlesque is not the same as stripping in the sense that usually with burlesque, you don't get naked, fully naked. No. But it is more of you dance to a song, and throughout the song at certain stages you take off layers of your outfit, and they have I guess Moulin Rouge was like Moulin Rouge. God, I haven't seen the movie in forever, but was it just basically kind of a theater style burlesque show?
It was based on the real Moulin Rouge in Paris.
Right. And you didn't go to it, but I mean, essentially though, it was like
I chose not to. No.
Stage. I guess I didn't realize they dragged you up there. I see why you didn't go.
I actually gained more points, but yeah, I'll tell you guys after the show.
But no, the whole point with burlesque is that it is more a strip tease than a strip club. Where
it's about the show and not the nudity. Where strip clubs are.
And it's like getting up. It's like you tiptoe up to the line of nudity.
Right. You're implying. You're not implying, but it's it's more of.
Yeah, and there's more. I get like you say there's
it's
more
like foreplay.
to the show.
A lot more foreplay.
And there's usually more like layers of the clothing and theatrics, like so Crucible, where that video there was where I did the amateur burlesque, and
that wasn't amateur, brother. That was professional. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
I had an 80-year-old lady was like, "You were my favorite." I'm like, "Damn."
You better get that gummy, bro.
But I'll explain. Hold on. Victorian theatrical burlesque. It was popular between 1830s and 1890s in London. It was basically a musical theater parody in which a well-known opera play or ballet was adapted into a broad comic play, usually a musical play. So often risque in style, mocking the theatrical and musical conventions. Now, American were a little different. They were an offshoot of the Victorian, but they were much more. They didn't really mock popular things. They were just like shows. They would create the songs. You know what I'm saying? They were more original songs and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably also the forerunners of like the the Vegas shows, like Showgirls, where it's like it is kind of like this topless but full on like dance,
right?
Fucking
like it's a full
Well, there
on
was
production.
also vaudeville too.
Yeah, and camp.
They were competing. Yeah, they were competing all at the same time, basically. Types of
drag
shows.
queens came out of burlesque. If you think about it,
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
But like the professional shows they have at the Crucible have like there's a lot more where they have full stage setups of like these fucking crazy apparatus things that they can like one is, for instance, this huge steel hula hoop, but it's hooked up to like a not a caster but a fucking bearing, it just like can spin continuously, and they can do this elaborate striptease while almost like the fucking High Life girl, in the crescent moon, like swinging in this big steel hoop. And there's a lot of there's another one where they do like, you probably seen it before. I don't know there's a certain term, but it's like scarf dancing. It's like long silk ribbons hanging from the ceiling. And
I've
seen it where
that.
it's like they will wrap themselves up in those scarves and like climb up and then spin, and then they will like
it looks like
fall.
I always think they were like
snap
their fucking neck. Like if
it looks like if they slip, they would choke themselves.
How many people are at this thing, Ashtray?
Oh, like 50, 75 people.
I mean, Magic Mike.
The like the night I was, it was like it was over 50 people. And
he's taking it off. Oh,
you're watching it.
Have you guys not seen the videos of like the 20-foot tall strip clubs, strip poles they have in Atlanta and shit?
I've seen something like that in San Diego.
Yeah, I've seen the multi-layer strip poles. I've never been to one.
Stripper poles are getting like tall as shit.
Oh, they also stripper poles now have full like bearings, top and bottom. Yeah, so they where it's like, man, girl, how you not throwing up?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking it's become an art form.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It has been. Let me just like YouTube. They have classes where women will go to learn how to do strip pole shit because it's actually a workout. To holding yourself on a pole.
Oh, it's gotta be. Like,
I mean, yeah. It's
the amount of frickin' core strength you have to have to hold on to that fucking thing.
With your legs.
And it's like a performance in itself. Like when Oracle and I and Travis went to Silk.
Yep.
Yeah, Oracle was like, of course, we were all fucking drunk and stuff. It's like, you need to take me my way to show how to have a good time at a strip club. It's like, you can have a good time at a strip club if you follow some certain guidelines.
I have to say, Ashtray, he's very much.
Yes, tell us the rules, Ashtray.
Right, like he's not a skis. Like you see these like skeezy, creeps. Like Ashtray, he's definitely got a different attitude. So what's your attitude?
Yeah. So like I was in as Oracle saw that's why we're all drunk. But you're like, you need to explain like to my wife. This is how you have fun without the skeeziness. Is that it's taking into account that like you appreciate the stripper for their show. For one rule is don't ever buy yourself a lap dance. If a friend buys you a lap dance, you will then have to buy him one back. But otherwise, it's like lap dances are where your money goes to die. And really, you just get yourself, 20, 40, $60 of singles at the door, and you hang out on the rail for a couple bucks for some titties in the face and some cheap shucks. And like, you just show that energy for the stripper as they're doing their show, because you'll see a lot of dudes that kind of do this. They're like,
oh yeah, it was shocking to me how few people were actually up on the rail interacting with the girls, like really interacting.
I disagree.
It's in a positive way, because like this, you'll have the. I mean, you'll have the. And I've seen plenty of guys like there are dudes who do try to like they get up there, but it's like you can't touch the stripper. Like,
you can't.
You got to give them that full boundary. You can vibe with their energy and like show enthusiasm, which is like what they actually want. They want to see that you're like appreciating that hard work and dance performance that they're doing, and and you put money out there. And I basically just like dance in my chair with my drink, throw singles out as they come, and like the strippers feed off that without it being weird. But you'll see dudes around you who kind of like, okay, it's like my turn. It's like, and almost like you could tell they still have weird, some sort of guilt with like putting my dollars out. Okay, titties in the face. It's like, come on, just have a little fun with it.
Well, for me, it's more of a service thing. I try to tip at least every stripper like at least $10.
Well, and that's generally
a lot of money.
The rail. That's a lot of money.
Okay, between $5 and $10.
Yeah, I guess it depends on. I mean, the night that we were at Silk, how many fucking strippers do you think went through their ashtray?
Oh yeah, I did that count because you remember when we went in there right away. I warned you. I'm like, there's a strong ratio.
What, like 20?
Right, but with
it was
no
24
lap
girls.
Dances, we don't do lap dances though. But I also don't watch fucking like 20 girls go by.
No. What my point? No, like this is saying, like kind of the guidelines you use to have a good time and not like waste money, but you still have to accept the fact that you are going to have to spend money.
Right. Yes.
But you hang out on that rail and you basically keep track of roughly how many dancers. So there was 24 dancers because what like they do at Silk, I call it the gauntlet, where they do it at 10 p.m. and midnight, where they bring all the girls come up on stage and they come out and then they do this like they cycle around the sides and then walk on out and then they start going out and start looking for people to bring back for lap dances. And it's like during that gauntlet run is like where I tallied. It's like we got 24 strippers here, and it's like I just make a mental note where it's just like, all right, we've gone around. That's why by midnight I'm like, the second gauntlet's coming, boys. Like, might as well go home because we're just spending money on the same girls who've already cycled through once. We're not going to get any lap dances. Like, let's quit winners and head out from here. So it was 2+ hours of some good fun. But then when the strippers come up and they're like, hey, do you want to dance? You just politely be like, oh, no, we're just hanging out here for the night, but thanks, and they'll move right along to the next sucker. And you can have a good time.
I want to tell.
Without it being weird. That is, unless you're in fucking Nogales, Mexico, where me and my buddy went on that road trip, and like this guy was like the hustler, George, Jorge.
All right, you gotta speed it up. I got two strippers.
Anyways, Nogales, Mexico. I'm like, all right, fine. It's like language barrier. I'll take a lap dance in Nogales, Mexico. It's so seedy. It's like my brother could have built a better stripper pole platform than that. And they take me to the back, and it's literally like a broom closet with like a green party light over my head.
God.
And this girl, like, she can't, all she can say is, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh man.
No habla español. And it's so seedy and absurd. And she like, not very long. And also because George was all like, "You Americans, you like Metallica, right?" So I'm getting this lap dance to Sanitarium playing in the background because we're the only
Sanitarium.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
With this green party light. And this right away, she's like got her hands up my shorts and she's just yanking on my fucking crank.
Oh my God.
It is Mexico.
It's so silly that I'm just like, there's like nothing arousing about this.
Right? Yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd.
So absurd.
You're like, come on, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's so absurd. And and then I start overthinking it. I'm like, she probably thinks I'm gay because like she can't get my cock hard.
Right.
But I'm like, it's really just because like you're cranking my yank in this broom closet to Sanitarium because we're Americans. And after Sanitarium finally finishes, she tried her hardest, but I'm just like trying not to laugh at her. They pull the curtain back, and there's a door on the other side of the broom closet, and it opens up to this like brightly lit white room with white sheets on a bed. And they're like, "Would you like to come in and dance with her more in here?" I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, I'm good, buddy. I'm good. I'm gonna go back to my fucking bucket of Coronas. It's like total brothel straight across from the
Yeah, that's just a brothel. Yeah. Like,
I've got one strip club story I want to tell. And it was the first time I went to a strip club. I got kicked out 20 minutes later.
20 minutes later, touch him.
Yeah, because we'd been drinking margaritas all day. I was 19. I should have been drinking, but I was old enough to get in a strip club. And we were talking. The guys I was with were talking about strip clubs. I'd been to one, so they said we're going to take you to one. I was fucking trash. They told me to pick out a girl. They paid me to get in. They paid for me to get in. And they said, pick out a girl. We'll get you a dance. I said, okay. I saw this bikini white girl. I said, I want to dance from her. I get a dance from her in the champagne room. She was not springtime fresh. She rubbed everything on me, and then she goes to rub the pussy on. It was not springtime fresh. The margaritas came up.
Oh my god!
I asked her where the bathroom was, so I can go throw up, and she told me directions, but I didn't follow those directions. I went my own way, and I ended up in the stripper's dressing room.
Oh no!
And then the only thing next to me was a trash can, so I puked in there.
Oh.
And the strippers had
you at least didn't puke on the stripper? Oh, I thought you puked right in her pussy.
The trash can. I went back to my table, and these two big guys came and tapped my shoulder and said, "You gotta leave." So I was like, "Hey guys, you gotta leave." That was my first time.
That's awesome. That's great. At least you're polite about it.
Yeah.
What's the other story? You said you had two.
Oh, the second one was, our 3-foot law here, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to have my bachelor party here, so we went to Atlanta. A buddy of mine, it was like 8 of us who went to Atlanta to have a bachelor party. One of the buddies said, "Hey, we're gonna go downtown to strip clubs." And he said, "Hey, my uncle owns a strip club. We can go there for free." I was like, "Awesome, we'll do that." So we did that.
Isn't it a trailer park?
It was the most ghetto strip club in Atlanta you could fucking pick. The most fucking ghetto
in Atlanta too.
In Atlanta, I went to Atlanta my main reason for going to Atlanta was the strip clubs. It was the most so earlier in the show you was like I gave away lap dances. I was like, "No, I'm good. Give it to him."
Give it to him.
Your friend brought a lap dance from me for you. Okay, give it to him.
I'm regifting it.
I
paid it forward.
Yeah, right.
I didn't want it paid on me.
And then I've got 2 white guys with me, and this is in Atlanta, and I hear fucking giving a shout out to fucking Ronnie with his bachelor party, and I look at the DJ booth, and my 2 white friends are there in the DJ booth of the strip club. With one's got headphones on, the other was making shit. I was like, "Oh man, shit!" Yeah, it was great. It was a fun night, but I was like, I wanted to go to Magic City. Not this ghetto ass piece of shit weird. It was fucking
Speaking of ghetto strip clubs, is
also both of those faster than Ashtray's one story.
All right, I'll make this one quick. Ghetto in New Orleans. My buddy Tom has this fucking Siberian girl sitting on her, and she gets up, and all of a sudden he's like, "Wait a minute." And it's like he grabs like out of her G-string. She had pickpocketed him. He's like, "My Burger King coupons." She fucking pulled Burger King coupons out of his back pocket.
Not
oh my god!
Okay, that's a great story.
But not even the wallet. I can't get a Whopper after this shit.
Well, you know, when you pickpocket, you don't look at what it is while you're taking it out. You just grab it and slip it in, and this fucking he can feel it like she. Oh, and all of a sudden he just like turns around. He's like, "Hey, my Burger King coupons!" And he yanked them out of her G-string.
Stories.
I've spent time in Tijuana, and I don't have AIDS, so that's a success.
That's about it.
That's all you can say now.
I'm gonna leave you with the subject of strippers with one last story. Is the rear end still in Marshfield, or
no?
Do you know?
Nope, they tore it down.
It's not
rear end.
Yep.
So there's one place called the Rear End, the Butt. I went there one time with my roommate and his dad. His dad was a 5th and 6th grade math teacher. But he's older.
What year?
This is I want to say 99, 2000, somewhere in there, 98 to 2000.
Yep.
So this girl's up there dancing, typical Marshfield fat ass, and we're drinking, and his dad is like, Oh shit! I think I had her in a class. And sure enough, when she was done, she comes over and shit. And she's like, "Hey, Mr. Melcori."
That's great.
How embarrassing.
I'm like, "Oh my god, you're seeing this bitch naked. You taught her how to add."
Right. I mean, Marshall is not a big place. It's what, 20,000 people?
Yeah.
22,000 people or something like that. So
but you don't expect the kids you taught to be dancing at the fucking.
You do if it's 20,000 people and there's only one strip club in town.
And we barely ever went there too. That was the I went there like 3 times maybe total.
Yeah.
Place with shithole.
Have you ever been to a bring your own? Strip club?
Most are bring your own after a certain hour.
I've never been to one like
Nashville?
that.
Oh yeah, in Nashville, like most are bring your own after an hour. But the fucked up part about it is you have to pay for what you bring in. If you bring in, you have to pay an extra fee for what you bring in.
What the
Based
fuck?
on how much you bring in, it's like the more you bring in, the more you pay.
So if you bring in like 2 or 3 cases, you have to pay your entry fee plus the cases you're bringing in because you're not gonna buy them. But
that's some serious bullshit.
I mean, the bring your own I've been to where. It was just like there was a cover fee. Usually it was like fucking $20.
We have to move on.
Yeah, we have to move on. Yeah.
Spend 46 minutes talking about strip clubs.
Yeah, great topic.
Because they're fun.
Now we're moving on to
surprised we haven't talked about it sooner.
Shut up. This is where we tell you what's sexy. Oracle Backbone 1.
Backbone 1. So I was considering getting a Steam Deck, but I don't know. It kind of felt like it wasn't exact.
Oh, no.
Because I've got almost 500 games.
No, you can buy a refurb one now.
Right. I have almost 500 Steam games, so I wanted to.
So a Steam Deck is just a handheld version or something you can play those games on, right?
Right.
Yes,
so a Steam
it's a
Deck actually will play the games locally on it. Think of it like a Switch, but it's like a little PC.
Yeah, PC, yes.
But I was looking into it. Mystic was talking about streaming the Xbox Live stuff, and so I got a Backbone, which you can get
for $100.
For $100.
I'm buying one right now. Holy shit.
What's the Backbone look like?
And it
nice.
looks like that. You just pop it right on there.
Phone. Yeah, you hold your phone.
And it plugs into the USB-C on
that's
there.
Your phone.
Yeah, this is my phone.
Your phone is a screen, yeah.
So one thing that I didn't realize, so I started experimenting around with this, and I knew about the Game Pass Ultimate stuff that you can stream, but I knew that you could stream stuff from Steam from your own computer, but I figured, okay, well, it's going to be kind of laggy. It's not going to look that good or whatever. And these are videos, which, by the way, with the Backbone, you can save video clips and just upload them from YouTube right in the app, like while you're playing and shit. So this is, I was playing Mass Effect 3 on my phone. Now imagine, so this we're looking at, as a video on YouTube and the compression. Now imagine an OLED screen that is like a Pixel 7. That's what I have, which is 2400 by 1080p. And it looks fucking fantastic.
You have to have an online connection to play these games like this. So you can.
Yeah, wait. You can't play when you're not at home.
You can actually. You can use a cell phone connection to connect to your own PC.
Right, but
5G.
But
have you tried it?
Unlike the Steam Deck, you can play a game offline. You can't do this with this.
You can't do that with this.
Yeah.
But the thing about this is, like, these games here. I'll bring up Cyberpunk.
Is it Grand Theft Auto?
No, that was Sleeping Dogs.
The shit'll work with
Sleeping Dogs.
I just Googled it.
So, yeah, it'll work with the cloud. But I will say that doesn't look nearly as sharp as what you can get if you've got a PC. So this is Cyberpunk with all the fucking ray tracing and all that shit.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
And this is on my phone, dude.
Right.
The PC's doing all the work, and it's just streaming the signal.
Right, and I couldn't.
Now, are you doing this also when you're not at home? Or are you doing this over your own local Wi-Fi?
I'm doing it on my own Wi-Fi. I have tried it through Cell. And it wasn't as good, but it was able to do it.
Now, let me ask you, do you have to have, is it cloud-based, or do you have to have your PC on?
PC on.
Well, I'm actually playing the games from my PC. My PC needs to be on.
Have you tried?
Okay, I got it.
Have you tried it strictly cloud-based?
Yes, I have tried it strictly cloud-based, and I will say that I cannot. I can't get games that look this sharp.
Yeah. It'll be less, but I wonder how well it works, because that's the same concept as the cloud gaming on Xbox. And, and I feel that works really well.
Yeah, it definitely works well in terms. Like I tried Grand Theft Auto 5, and it plays well and everything. It just doesn't have that that pop that you can get. And you can customize, the graphics and things on your own
That's really
PC.
cool that you can play it that with your.
Those graphics on your phone look fucking awesome, man.
Right. And when you see it in person, you're just like, holy fucking shit! Like
now,
this
could you do it with a tablet too? Even?
Oh yeah, you could definitely do it with a tablet.
So, do they make the backbone for the tablet?
Is the backbone wide enough?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
I wonder if they do that, because I'll fucking get one for my tablet.
Right. From looking at it. If you shave off the bottom of the,
you got to get a PC that does the work.
So I don't think looking at the backbone here though. Let me pull this off. I mean, as long as it could go wide enough, I don't think there's a limiting. I don't know if it would limit on the top and the bottom. It would just be the limit would be, can it go wide enough? For your tablet.
Has a USB-C,
and it needs USB-C. So they make a couple different types of these. Fucking great. I picked up some cheap thumbstick grips. You can get these where you just put them over the top of the existing thumbsticks, because it basically uses Switch. It feels very much like the Switch Joy-Cons, which I don't love. I kind of slip off of those, and they're kind of small. So I got slightly bigger ones. I also have some grip tape stuff that I'm going to put on the back to just get a little bit more grip.
Buy those little toppers. You can buy different forms of those that are higher or more grippy. You don't have to use tape, bro. You're good.
Yeah. So, pretty cool shit. I'm glad I went that way, and I'm very impressed by how well it works, and also the fact that I can just capture video and upload it immediately to the Red Eye Report.
As I was to say, so these videos you're just showing, that was actually captured from the phone.
Yeah, that's from my phone. Yeah, and you can tell. Yeah, and the cool thing too is I found when I'm streaming from Steam, because a phone has like a really wide aspect ratio. It's not 16:9.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get it to work, but you can set in Steam where it will actually do this. So I have, like, when I'm playing Cyberpunk, it has, like, and you can tell with, like, the black bars, it's, like, super wide screen when you're playing it. So it's just fucking looks phenomenal. It's really cool.
I think I'm gonna get one of these, man. I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I can play this shit from work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I can play baseball from work.
From work, yeah.
Absolutely.
If you do want to get a Steam Deck, GameStop they're now selling Valve approved refurbed Steam Decks.
I'm not in the market for one now, because honestly, my mobile stuff is at the house.
Right.
Like, my mobile stuff is away on a plane.
Games,
I need to be able to play. So that's why I want to get a Steam Deck, so I can play Steam games offline on a plane.
So. Teddy, you got an addiction, bro. You need to get that shit checked.
No, I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
No.
You can't go on a vacation and not have video games. Like, that's crazy to me, dude.
It's fun for me because I've been in TSA. Okay, moving on. Whatever.
Anyway, moving on. Gojira. Oracle, that video right there. Go to about 44.5 minutes, 45 minutes. That right there is the best drummer on the planet, in my opinion. That he's doing a solo right here. I think if I have the time right. they're just so fucking good live, and it's from Red Rocks amphitheater.
Yeah, especially
and it just looks fucking amazing, man.
They got Denzel Washington as part of the band. That's awesome.
Denzel Washington.
There was an advertisement.
Watch the Equalizer.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. Here, let's. I got it playing. Hold on.
Drummers would look like Olympic swimmers.
Right there. Listen to that. He's like that cymbal. I don't know how he's hitting the cymbal too.
It's fucking cock, probably. Yeah. There's so much.
Anyway, you don't have to play it off. It's just the dude is fucking amazing. The whole band is amazing.
What's his name?
Mario Duplanter. The name of the band is Gojira. They're from France.
Yeah.
Pretty big in Europe. I don't know that they're huge over here. I mean, they're selling out Red Rocks, but that's not really a big feat.
Not a big deal.
Highly respected, I think, in the metal.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Community, you know.
More progressive, you know. It's not death metal like I normally listen to. So it's just a good show. Like you don't even have to know their music to just fucking chill and watch that show. It's fucking great. So yeah. That's it. Now we're moving on to Teddy, Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14, an MMORPG that came out a long time ago. It was a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh yeah.
It will now come to the Xbox in spring of 2024. I love RPGs. I've played almost every Final Fantasy game. Actually, I played everyone except for 2, actually. So yeah, it's one of my favorite series, and I have played the MMO on PS4, and just Xbox is my first system, and now that it's coming to it, I'm just so excited.
Such
so
a
happy.
beautiful circle. It's come full round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full circle.
So this is an MMO, and what system did this come out for?
PlayStation. It was an exclusive for like a decade.
This game?
Which PS? PS3? 2?
PS3, PS4, and now it's on PS5.
PS3. Damn. So this has been around for a while.
For a while.
But it's your favorite?
Also, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite because I didn't have anybody to play it with. I got into this game on PS4, and Sony's the PlayStation community is not as fun as Xbox's community is. It's also not.
A bunch of fucking.
It's also yeah, and they're also goddamn mean. They're just meaner, and it's also not as easy to get into. So the fact that I can play the War Machine and I can play with the War Machine and have Mystic make fun of me, it's just awesome. It's fun.
It is fun. Yeah. Anyway, all right, we're moving on. Ashtray, you all saw it. You can't unsee
it. I wish we could.
Yeah. The finally pulled the trigger on that burlesque performance, and thank you, Teddy, for thinking it was fucking Magic Mike there dancing.
Yeah, right.
Because it was
you are a sexy beast.
A hard like all of the actual like there's this. It was a weird new kind of performance anxiety in the sense that I've never done. I've been dancing for years. I was a dancer before I became a DJ. I only became a DJ to throw better dance parties. But I never made my dancing a performance in itself.
Dance machine.
And so, yeah. And then I dragged my heels on this till like the weekend before. whether I was going to do it or not. And I've always wanted to do it to the hills by the weekend. It's got such a fucking strong, like, dirty bass line. And the, anyways, it was like fucking terrifying all the way up until, like, right there, I'm out there doing it and just like throw myself into it. And, had a fucking blast. And so it's one of those things, like, it only pays off once it's done. But yeah, so check it out on the feed there.
A real life celebrity.
Real life. And also, it was only after the fact. I'm like, I never thought about it, but I had actually just danced in fucking tight, like, fucking briefs in front of a whole crowd of people I didn't know. And I made it look good.
All right. Now we're moving on to the fuck what you think, where we tell you to go fuck yourselves. Oracle machine gun mower blade.
Yeah, so my lawnmower fucking would not start this couple weeks ago. So, and this thing is a 1982 Sabre lawnmower. So I was like, you know what?
It's an 82 Sabre.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's an 82 term, too.
Jesus I was like, well, fucking A, okay. I do not want to deal with this. So then I was looking up lawnmowers, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, for riding lawnmowers, you can't touch anything for less than $2,500. Like, okay. I do not want to spend that kind of money. So then I went on Facebook Marketplace. Found somebody. He's like, yeah, trying to get rid of this lawnmower, John Deere 98. I was like, okay, let's go check it out. So I go, and I go there, pull up with the trailer, and guy's got a Firebird out in the fucking garage. He's fucking cranking on a lawnmower.
CCR's playing.
No, I think it was like Cherry Pie or some shit.
Of course it was warrant.
Right. So he's a real nice guy or whatever. I started out, tested out. I go to put it up on the trailer, and it won't fit. It's too wide for my trailer. It's wider than 4 feet wide. So
you got a tiny little trailer, boy.
Yeah.
4-foot trailer? That's your problem.
Yeah. So he's like, okay,
that's your problem, right?
Tell you what, I'll take this over to your place, and I'll pick up your old one. I'll take $100 off your thing. I'm like, okay, great. Let's do this. So we do it. I get the mower back to my place.
Take $100 off your thing. Like, he's going to give it to you for $100 less and help deliver it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's suspicious right there.
Real nice guy. So I'm
going to help deliver it and give you more money back?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I get on the mower and I start mowing, and all of a sudden it's just like, like fucking insane, fucking loud, knacky noise. The goddamn, the fucking blade came loose on the thing.
Oh my God. If your wife had been outside, you would have cut her legs off.
Right.
Christ, dude.
He knew that thing was dangerous.
So I was like, fucking A, okay, I'm not dealing with this shit. All right. A week and a half later, my dad came over. I was helping him with some stuff, and he's like, okay, well, let me check this out. Well, it turned out the bolt that was holding the guy was working on all kinds of mowers, and he must have used the wrong bolt to put the fucking blade on because it was too long to actually secure the blade. It was just like spinning without engaging. So yeah, problem fixed or whatever. But I was just like, son of a fucking bitch. Like I got rid of one problem, the thing wouldn't start, and I inherited another fucking. My neighbors must have been like, "What the fuck? Get down!"
That's crazy.
Funny.
All right.
Yep.
Now we're moving on to me. My fuck what you think is the Kenosha police. Like, I know there's fucked up cops everywhere, but these guys seem to just keep fucking with black people. Like,
yeah, because
and it's a tiny ass city.
We're dangerous,
guys. I know you are, and I know they're scared. You know, they're scared white guys.
Dixie will take your white girls.
They need to understand. So the most recent incident is a gentleman at an Applebee's in Kenosha, fine upstanding eating establishment, was hanging out with his infant, holding his infant, and cops come in there, fucking think that he's this guy involved in a hit and run, because all black people look alike, and they fucking try to throw him to the ground, like he somehow fucking gets this, like one of the fucking employees just takes the kid, his infant. Yeah, and like throws him on the ground, and then like while he's on the ground and they're cuffing him, like one cop is like kidney punching him and shit. Oh yeah, this is after it. Yes,
that's right.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Holy fuck! His hands are behind his back.
Yeah.
That fucking cop's wife is probably cheating on him or something. He's like taking on. What are all these cops with their fucked up, shitty lives? They take all their anger out.
What's the danger there? I mean,
yeah. There was no danger.
There was like 10, 15 punches right there.
He's punching the guy who's sleeping with his wife.
Yeah.
Damn,
it's unfortunate that guy had...
And it turns out the dude wasn't even involved in it because, who fucking runs somebody over and then goes eat it at that fucking Applebee's?
Right.
Right.
Like, holy shit, guys.
Now, is this one of the body cams? I'm assuming?
No, I think somebody was filming this.
It's Applebee's. Everybody.
Some other person, yeah.
Honey, they're beating some black guy just as being served.
How stupid.
Well, now this person that they were looking for, did he kill a fucking cop or something? Like what?
No,
I don't even know. I have no idea what it was for. Like,
it's kind of like if they are like, this is the guy, like he fucking murdered Terry. God.
No,
Terry used to give the fucking best handies in the police shower.
Fuck. So I don't even know. It was just a hit and run of some sort. Might have just been some hit and run where he just fucking hit a car and
wow,
took off. Like couldn't.
Well, at most $50,000 in damage. Didn't kill anybody. Medical bills and like car shit damage. $50,000, and they beat his ass while holding the infant.
Yeah.
Wow.
America.
Yeah. So anyway, fuck the Kenosha police. Ashtray? Wrong New Dawn Huss.
Wrong New Dawn Huss. Yeah, this is at fucking Leather and Lace. We're all, freaking at the Freakers Ball. And thought this chick looked just like this other go-go girl dancer who seen her around the club, whatever. Talked after met her at officially through the burlesque show. And so, but you know how these crazy fucking chicks are, that it's like every weekend they look completely different. Like their hair's a different color, their makeup's all like fucking whatever, like they're all over the place. So anyways, I was like, I just went, hey, are you Felix? And she just went, ew, gross. How? What? No. And like shoved me.
Is Felix a pervert or some shit?
It's like obvious that she knows who Felix is. And I was just like, whoa. And of course, like, right. All I can think of is like how it's the Loud fucking Leather Lace, the biggest fucking club event that they have there a month. And it's like to everyone else, it probably looks like I asked, like, hey, can I shit in your mouth and make you eat your toenails? And she just said, ew, and I'm like, whoa, and I got really like fucking self-conscious because.
What did he ask you, honey?
Yeah, to be about Felix. Yeah, and then I was just like, wait, I'm like, Craig, you didn't do anything wrong. Like you mistook this person for the wrong fucking go-go girl. Like she's probably jealous because she's not a go-go girl dancer. They're both fucking New Dawn trailer trash hussies, and. Hopefully neither of them watch your show, but I just fuck it. I'm just gonna keep dancing right here. Her boyfriend had to drag her away because she's like shoving at me and still making this. That's fucking gross. Because I was like, what? Well, what's your name? I can't remember what her name was. It was just like so like, oh my god, you made such a fucking stink.
Maybe she misheard you. Like
maybe I don't know. Well, I was like, who? Well, I'm like, what's your name?
Yeah, maybe she thought you asked her if you could smell her pussy or something.
Whatever she missed your, are you Felix? That's my question. Instead of, I could have been like, what's your name? Do I know you? No, it was like, are you Felix? And it just like reaction was like, she knew who I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just like,
so you think like maybe like a jealousy thing?
Well, maybe not jealousy, but like whatever, like she doesn't want to be associated.
She doesn't like Felix.
She does not like Felix, and she doesn't want anyone thinking and mistaking her for Felix, even though they're both like these short, kind of New Dawn hussy, like alt girls.
I don't know what a New Dawn
New Dawn hussy.
Like, you keep saying this
like
New
it's a Dawn, Far Cry, the like the cyberpunk kind of like goth, future goth. It's all an amalgamation.
Again, I know the words you're saying. I just don't understand.
They don't make sense together.
Okay, if you go check out,
so does it look like
any chick at Electric Forest?
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
The cyberpunk fucking thing, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of works. Like they're in like full alt gear. They've got weird face paint on. It's leather and lace where everybody's dolled up to a certain degree. And if you think you might be like a little too like over the top, there's people that are 2-3 times over the top you, so don't worry about it.
Let me ask you a question. Can I wear sweatpants to this one?
You totally could. Nice. You could wear sweatpants. Some people will come in like just with a regular, like they look like with a nice fucking suit.
Do it.
But yeah, this
wear a
chick,
bathrobe and sweatpants, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
She's just like, she knew who I thought I mistook her for.
Felix, you disgusting
Felix, yeah. Felix is obviously a hussy to be jealous of.
Felix, the fuck boy.
Well, she's one of those people like, she's been DMing me like, hey, how's your day? What's up? It's like, well, yeah, I'm working on this thing. And it's just like, whatever. There's like no real conversation there. But it's like, well, why are you chatting with me? Whatever. But
all right. I don't know what this conversation is anymore. Let's move on. Teddy. Something.
Hussies are bad.
Okay, so we have postponed for 2 weeks. This happened July 17th. 2 activists for climate change, for the a group New Generation in Germany, blew themselves 2 runways, one in Hamburg, the other in Dusseldorf. But
I bet there's photos of it.
Oh, I put a photo in the Facebook chat that we have.
All right.
So you can pull it up.
Let me pull it up.
They did it with a concrete epoxy mix.
Oh damn.
Oof.
They're not fucking around. Ooh,
So-
that doesn't look good.
That's problem right there.
Ooh.
So I've looked for results of this. I haven't found it yet. If you guys want to look now, you can and do a better search than I can. So at the time when I found this story, it was the only recourse they had really was amputation, because the mix they had, that epoxy, when it mixes, I mean, it's stuck so tight. They delayed flights for a few hours, but
so it looks like they basically decided, well, to get them to the hospital, we have to jackhammer around their hands.
Yeah.
Which was going to take the whole runway out for a while.
Right. Yeah.
So, and then in the hospital, the doctors are probably like, well, what are we going to jackhammer this block?
Yeah, we're just gonna chop their hand off. Give me an axe.
It's not like there's like something you can. Oh, we got this chemical that dissolves cement.
And where was this?
Oh, it also dissolves hands.
This was in Germany.
Oh,
two airports, Dusseldorf and Hamburg.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just chop their fucking hand off on the runway.
That still would be a slight speed bump.
That's it. Well, I'm just saying, it's Germany. They're so efficient and shit. They're just like, this is all I see. I just chop like this.
Chop and block them.
They don't die, they die. They don't die. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that it?
Terrible German accent.
That's it. Yeah.
It was pretty bad. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Kenosha. That's our show. We're going to be here every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/theredeyereport. You can also twiddle. No, you can't. Like us, share, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Mystic.
I'm Oracle.
This is Ashtray.
And I'm Teddy.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
Oh, how the fuck did I bend this? Oh shit, I didn't even tell you. I fucking saw this last Saturday the fucking